Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for returning for week 2 of this lovely collaboration. If you are new here, buckle up because we're going to have some fun. Let me explain to you real quick again what's going on with this collaboration. I'm so excited. These kits that we've put together are just so much fun. I'm not gonna, maybe I'm tooting my own horn, I don't know, but Stacy and I had a lot of fun creating our kits, and they go very nicely together as usual, and we just had a lot of fun. So let me just go over this real quick. We've got 4 weeks in October. This is week 2. We're going to bring you 8 ideas for embellishments. Last week we worked on our signatures. You can catch up on everything. I will have a playlist for all of the videos that you can catch up if you missed them last week. And I'll be adding to that playlist as the different videos are released. We've got 8 fabulous crafters. All of us have on the smaller side. Our channels are a little bit on the smaller side, so we're trying to help each other grow and just kind of bring some inspiration to you guys as well. There's freebies. Every crafter has 2 freebies that they will be posting in their either their group or their Ko-fi page. All of that is available every Sunday. So kind of keep an eye out for that. Join their group so you can get a hold of all of the freebies, kind of like, you know, get the whole collection. They go very nicely with our kits that are available for purchase, which of course Stacy and I would love it if you would grab our kits as well. They are 30% off until the end of October, so now's the time to grab those. So yeah, this is week 2 for embellishments. So I already started playing around with the embellishments, because the embellishments, oh my goodness, this could easily probably be a 3-hour video, but I'm not going to do that to you. So I went ahead and did a few things ahead of time, just kind of like the boring stuff, you know, cutting things out and gluing things down. But the things that are a little bit different and more unique, I'm going to share with you, and I may do part of that off camera as well, just to save on time. I just want you to get the general idea. So I found these lovely scraps of the softest flannel. I wish you could feel it. Can you feel that? I think it's so beautiful. I don't know where they came from. I have this color, and let me see. I have an extra one here. I have this color and this color, which both ironically and beautifully work with these kits. So I'm going to use at least one of each in this journal if I can. So what I'm thinking, honestly, with this, I think I'm going to slow stitch a pocket using this, and then tuck these cute little guys in. That I will do off camera. You don't need to watch me do that. And since this is cardstock folded in half, it's pretty sturdy, so it may take me a minute to get the needle poked through, and I have wimpy hands, so you don't need to watch that process. But my plan is I'm going to make that a pocket. Okay, so then let's see here. Let's see, I have not quite decided yet what to do there, so we'll come back to that. I glued down this, I love this rustic trim. I glued it down and I just did the edges, so it'll be a pocket like that. I think I may actually leave those like that. Now with this journal that I'm doing very, very differently, as you saw last week, I've got holes and grommets in every single one. It's going to be bound in a very unique way. And I need to remember to not block these holes. I almost did that a few times when I was putting some other pockets down, and I realized, oh, cannot block those holes. So that's kind of been a challenge, but it's okay, we'll make it work. And then for this little guy, this is one of my backgrounds, but this is one of Stacy's I think it's in her kit. I can't remember if it's one of her freebies or in her kit. But I made it a pocket, and it's a very, and I just realized, I glued all three sides, and I was going to put something kind of long and skinny in there. And I just realized that I actually ended up cutting it up, and I was going to use it for something, for a different purpose. But you know what? I'm going to create something long and skinny to tuck in there. We'll make that work. Okay, and then this, I went ahead and glued down my little mini tickets. I think this was a freebie. I'm so sorry, I've forgotten what I've created for who, but I believe this is a freebie. Who's freebie? I don't remember. Just, you need to go, you know, join everyone's groups anyway. So you'll see when you find it. It'd be like a little treasure hunt, right? So I just made this like a little belly band. I just left it, and then we can tuck something in there like that. Okay. And then this one, this is one of Stacy's pages, so pretty. And this is one of her medallions, and I glued it just kind of right here. So it's like a nice, makes like a little tuck spot there. And actually, he looks really cute there. I'm gonna leave him there. And then this is one of my pockets in my kit. I thought the fox looked kind of cozy there. He kind of blends in. All right, and then this is a pocket. I love that bunny. Oh, he's so cute. And this I made out of two of my medallions in my kit. It's just a paper clipless paper clip. You just glue the very tippy top, and then it just slides on like a paper clip. This is a little thick, honestly. I'm not sure that's going to work really well. It may be better just to stick it on a regular thickness of paper. I don't know. I may put him away for a minute. This little guy, still not sure what to do there. Made another belly band. This is a belly band in one of my kits. In my kit, on one of my pages. This is one of my tags. I thought making that into a little tuck spot would be fun. A little different there. Whoops. All right. Okay, made another pocket with this cool trim. Still need to figure out what to do here and here. Oh, yes, here I decided to, this is one of my ATC. I have several ATC cards in my kit. And I found this really cool die cut that someone had given me. And so I kind of just glued them together. And I think I'm going to put him here-ish. And again, I don't know if I want to make it a pocket for something tall and skinny. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Now this is actually one of my lined pages, and this is flat out writing space, so I may just leave that empty. Same here. And then I put this little, the coordinating fox pocket on another one of Stacy's pages. I thought that looked fun. He's nestled into the leaves again. And then, oh yes, this is another one of my belly bands. And then this was one of Stacy's pages. And it's just the envelope. I printed it all on cardstock because it's pretty thick. And these are the two cards that came with it. And I just used one of my medallions here as a closure. Yeah, and I thought that would fit in really well. It's just like leaves upon leaves upon leaves on this page. I love it. All right, and then there's this little guy. Let me go on to this. When I was printing these out, the first few I printed out, I forgot to change my setting on my printer to cardstock, and my printer does not joke around. If it's not set to cardstock and you throw cardstock in there, it ends up like really smudging and smearing, and getting really not great. So I had to print a few pages twice, but I didn't want to waste them. So I thought, hey now, what if I just cut out the bits that it would make sense? I'm going to do a little 3D thing here. I'm going to put them on the little foam squares and have this kind of pop up just a little bit. I think I'm going to do that. I mean, I know I'm going to do that for this. All right, and then these are I love, this is one of Stacy's pages in her kit. Love that page. And then she had these adorable little postcards, so I made one into a pocket. Gonna tuck that little guy there. Same thing on this side. Love it. Okay. Another one of Stacy's pages, so cute. Okay, so here's another page that is very, very conducive to this. So I will be slow stitching that. I'll do that off camera and come back and show you what that looks like. I hope it looks as good in real life as it does in my head. That's kind of my mantra, because it doesn't always work out like that, but I think it will. Okay, so that's that. And then this, I'm not sure, again, just not sure. And then this, I did a side tuck with this. So again, there's another open page that is a blank canvas. And then I wanted to end with this little wild and free guy. I just love him. So he's gonna be here, and then the back, oh yeah, okay. Not sure if I'm gonna do anything. I may just leave that pure and simple. On the back of this was the, I believe this was another one of my freebies. This was a strip of tickets, and this was what I was going to tuck into that long skinny pocket, but I forgot that was the plan and I cut them up. But I really like this idea. I'm going to make this into a pocket. I will also be, these words are in my kit. And when I printed them out like that, I'm like, well, you know, they're a little big for my purposes here. I may use some of these for the cover, but so I just printed them 2 to a page, and that made it a better size for my pages here. So I will be using some of those to embellish some things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do most of that off camera, honestly. And then I'll just flip through and show you what I did, because a lot of this is just basic stuff, just decorating how you feel, and I'll just show you, what I did once I've made my decisions. These are also in my kit. I sprayed the back of them with coffee water, basically, and then it wasn't quite dark enough, so I used some of the Tim Holtz sprays. I think the wild honey and then espresso or something, because these I need to flatten them back out. They got a little curled up from being wet, but these I do want to have tucked in pockets where they will stick out, and I didn't want it to be just ugly white sticking out. And this, I don't know, it may be too much. In my usual journals, I love having things sticking out in all corners, but with this one, like I said, the way it's going to be bound is very different, and I'm honestly not sure. I need to make sure that everything's going to be smoother rather than bulky, so I need to be very careful. That one will work probably for sure. Anyway, so I'm going to try to incorporate these guys because I love them. And then I also wanted to bring an idea to your attention. I don't know if you've seen these at Home Depot, but look at these humongous paint chips. Oh my gosh, I had to grab them. Now, since we've moved to East Tennessee, our little town does not have Home Depot, but we do have a Lowe's, like literally 3 minutes down the road. But I have not seen these huge paint samples at Lowe's. Maybe I just haven't thought to look, honestly, but before we moved, I saw these. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. So there's going to be a lot of ideas, I hope, coming from these. But I thought, if nothing else, I can cut them down. The colors are just so gorgeous. I can use them as, I can use them as pockets. Ooh, I think that might be the winner. This midnight blue is kind of nice too, though. Oh, stop it. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, I'll show you later. Yeah, that's happening. Okay, so I'm gonna keep my stack handy in case I find another space that will accommodate that. So I've given you my game plan. And I will work on all of this and then come back. I will pop in if I feel like there's something that you need to see, something that's just like so intriguing. But other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and do what I explained. If you have any questions, please ask me in the chat box below, and I'll explain everything. But it's all just really basic stuff, and it's just time consuming. So I will see you in just the blink of an eye. Okay, I'm back already. I just had this idea, and I'm gonna make it come to fruition with you live on YouTube. Okay, so for my skinny little thing to tuck in here, I found this color, which is gorgeous, and I love the name. It's called Vining Ivy. I don't know, can you see that on camera? It's kind of shiny. There we go. Vining Ivy, which is perfect for a woodland kit. So I just cut that to fit here. Okay. But again, we're looking for writing space, and you can't really write on it. It's not very pretty, right? So I thought, okay, let's see. So I took some coffee stain paper, tore it to be just a little bit wider, and what I'm gonna do, I'm thinking out loud here. I'm gonna ink the edges, but then I think I'm gonna fold the edges like this, so that the rough edges are kind of softening the harsh lines on the paint chip. Something like this, and then, but wait, there's more. Well, you know what? Hang on. Let me ink first. Okay, and in case you're wondering, I'm using walnut stain. That's my go-to. I don't know why I bother buying other colors, because I love this one. It works for me for everything. So, all right. So let's do this. Right there. I could use a little bit more. Didn't want to. I tore it by hand, and so the edges are very floppy. They're very thin. I didn't want to hold up to my inking. So okay. So what we're gonna do is this. Fold it all the way down. Make sure I think I'm fanning out here. I need to bring it back to a straight line. There we go. Okay. And then same thing here. All right. I'm gonna glue this down, obviously. And then what if I fold this up, put a little notch in it, and then this is a pocket as well for like a small tag. Boop. Yep, that's happening. All right, I think I may need to cut cut that though. Let me see. Fold is right there. And then I will maybe just do this and this. And then what if, what if, my crafting is full of a lot of what ifs, which is what makes it fun, to be honest. And then if I do that, I just fold it like that. Not that you're going to necessarily be looking at the back, but that looks kind of cool. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. And then this little guy like that. And then before I fold it all, where is my, okay, my little 1-inch punch. I said before I fold it all, before I glue it all. My goodness, my words are failing me today. I feel very, very discombobulated for some reason. Okay. Well, it's probably because of all the natural disasters that we've had around us. Here in East Tennessee, I mean, nobody expected hurricane weather in the mountains. And thankfully, where my house is, all we got was rain and wind, but nothing, nothing devastating. But just 6 miles away, our little town, the downtown area, got flooded pretty bad. But still nothing compared to North Carolina and Georgia and Florida. Oh my gosh, I'm just, I'm sick about it. I really am. So maybe that's why I'm a little distracted. I'm just kind of like, So I've been praying for them. I know my husband and I are gonna probably be making some donations to a few places that are doing some, on the boots on the ground kind of help. So that'll be our way of helping out, I guess. Okay, so I guess I could do this. I can do that when it's all glued down. It'll be probably a little easier. So, and honestly, I could probably keep that as a pocket too, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. That's just overkill, because then I'd have to find something else skinny. It would be a never-ending cycle. Make it stop. Make it stop. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now I feel I can do the rest of these edges here. Got a little more stability going on. Yay, I like this idea. It just kind of came to me. Sometimes I think I have, I don't know, I don't get as nervous on camera. I mean, I'm not as nervous when I'm not on camera, and I come up with ideas better and quicker. I don't know. So here we have this little guy. It's a little thicker now. I should have thought about that. So here's a little trick if you don't know. If your pockets is a little tight, just go in with your bone folder and you can kind of stretch it a little bit, just very gently. Very gently. Maybe we'll loosen up a little bit of the glue. If you have a little bit of room to play with, just kind of stretch it out, kind of like a t-shirt, when you ate too much on Thanksgiving and all of a sudden you just kind of it's a little too tight, so you just kind of take the t-shirt. Yeah, okay, confession time. I do that all the time. So there, yeah, that gives it a little more room to play. There we go. Yes. Okay, and I think this might be a really good place to put maybe something like that. Make it really unconventional and that might be a little bit too big. Yeah, okay, that's okay. Hey, what about my numbers here? Got the little chipmunk. Ooh, acorn. Here we go. Perfect. perfect. Let's see. I don't really want it sticking out, especially since this is a, well, maybe I'll put that there. I kind of like that there, actually, to be honest. Is that weird? I don't know. And maybe this little guy here. I kind of like that. I do. I feel like this needs, it needs a little piece of fabric right there. Let me look in my, I don't have all my scraps as handy as I used to because I've been trying to be organized as I unpack my stuff. And now I don't have all my scraps handy. Hang on, let me go grab my fabric scraps. Okay, cheesecloth to the rescue. I love me some cheesecloth, and this one is already pretty grungified. It's a little bit more gray than brown though, so I may do a little dabby-do of my brown. I just really want a really small piece here, kind of like that. You know what I mean? But actually, I think the gray is fine. There's a little bit of gray in the squirrel. I'll leave it. We'll leave it. Okay, so let's pull it there to hold her down. I'm kind of quite in love with cheesecloth. It just, to me, seems to make everything. Oh, look at that. The paint came off of, or the color came off of that when I put the glue down. That's interesting. Okay. Well, note to self. Don't get a whole lot of glue on the paint chip if you don't want to deal with smudging colors. Okay, and then this little guy, I think I'm just gonna make that simple. Keep that simple over there. Look at that. The teal color has come off onto my glue tip. I'll swipe that off later. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I do. Okay. And then make sure that really stays on there. Okay. And then let's see, what shall we tuck? Maybe a few things, huh? Maybe another acorn tag. Yeah. Maybe the little beaver, because he kind of goes with that as well. Yeah, make a little trio. Cute. Now I don't want to, I would typically, put a hole in there and a little ribbon, but like I said, I really want, this really needs to be a little bit more sleek than bulky because of the way it's going to be bound. So I'm going to leave the tags, for the most part, I'm going to leave them just plain top from what I'm gathering here. I think that would be the smart thing to do. But yeah, look at that. I like it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, oh, you know what? No, wait. One more thing to finish this page. I wanted to put a word. What word should we use? I want to have it say cozy autumn. Cozy autumn. But now, because I'm a little bit of a control freak, the words need to be a little bit closer in size as far as the width goes. Is anyone else like that? I've seen other crafters that are just more, much more free. I don't want to say willy-nilly because it always ends up looking fantastic, but I don't know. I'm a little exacting. Maybe it's my German heritage. Everything must be exactly how I want it to be. Is that wrong? No. It brings me joy to have really good craftsmanship, so I'm gonna go with it. But there's some things that I'm like, you know what, that's good enough. But okay, so that's good enough because it's not going to be together in a row. I'm going to do it like that. Yes. So let me ink them. So, okay. So when I'm done with this, I will continue working on the things that I told you that I was going to be working on. And yeah, I'm going to pop back in if I find another piece of more interesting inspiration, okay? All right. I'll see you again. Just a minute. Okay. All right, I'm plugging along here, and I just thought I'd maybe stop and show you how I'm doing the pop-up little, 3D things. If you've never done such a thing before, I'm just using these Scotch mounting squares. You can get them in circles, and they come in all different formats, but that's just what I have. So I'm making that work for me. And they just come in these little squares. And when you're dealing with like all these little bits and pieces, you want to make sure that everything is covered pretty thoroughly. With the leaf, I have one that I cut to size here, and I put 3 on the acorn itself. This is so skinny that I really couldn't support this right here, so that makes me a little bit worried. I think it'll be okay because these 2 are really stable, so hopefully nothing will just come and rip that off. It should be fine. But and then like with his little hands and stuff, there's not really, that's not much you can do about that. But I just wanted to show you how much you want to cover it, especially the larger it is, so that it's good and stable. You can like push down on it and it's not going to like bow and buckle. So it's just a little tip. You may be totally aware of this, and if you are, yay. Yay, that means you've played with this before and you've had fun. I'm really actually thinking about doing a few more projects, maybe even make a kit that is very honed into the different layers and making it something even more than this. But we'll see. That's just what's in my head. We'll see. Stay tuned. You may never know what comes out of my head and onto the computer. So and then I always feel like I need to stand up so I can see that I'm going directly over it. Directly over it. There we go. Look at the little cutie potatoes. Look at that, so cute. Okay. All right, just wanted to show you that little thing. I'm gonna keep plugging away. See you in a minute. Okay, so for this one, I could not decide for the life of me if I like this one better, the rumors, or Midnight Blue, because that just goes really nice with the background. So I said, as usual, why do I have to choose? I'm gonna have both. Let's do both. So I cut 2 little slanty things, and I'm gonna do this. What do you think about that? I think that's pretty nice. I like that. No, I like the red the best. Okay, all right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just glue these down. Then you've got a pocket here and a pocket here. Isn't that fun? I'm not sure those are the ones that are going to go there. I'm going to let it dry before I stick anything in there really. But anyway, I just wanted to show you. And you know what? I must embellish. Let's put something there. We can't let it be quite so plain, right? Okay, for this one, I don't want to, I'm afraid of the color on here getting funky again, so I'm just gonna really goop up this one. Kind of do it backwards a little bit. Really goop it up, then put this on like this, because I mean it's so thin, the glue just goes right through, and then put it on, because I don't want to put glue where it's not going to necessarily be covered up, and then have the color be you know, ruining the paint chip. So I'm a little scared now of what might happen. So yeah, okay, I like it. Okay, that one's good. All right, I'm gonna carry on. Okay, so I just want to show you what my plan is for this. Remember I said I was going to make these into a pocket, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to have some ribbon showing, and I finally decided that yes I do. I think it would look pretty, have a little ribbon showing. So all I did was I just cut them a little bit more narrow, and then I repunched the edges with my hole puncher here. That's the best way to do it. Chink, 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 chink. So what I'm going to do now is kind of play around with, I think I wanted the owl first, and then the fox, and then the hare, and then the wolf. Okay, so now that they're more narrow, I can spread them out a bit. And you know, honestly, doing it this way turns it into more of a belly band than a pocket. Unless when I glue it down, unless I glue the edge of the ribbon like that. I guess I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do that. Okay, well, I'm going to just glue these guys down. I made the ribbon, as you can see, a little bit wider, so I have a little bit of wiggle room here. But I'm just going to go ahead and glue these guys down, and then see what I need to do next. Glue it down first. Glue the ribbon down on the edges. That way I'm a little unsure of my spacing here. I think I'm gonna get myself into trouble. So I'm gonna glue it down first so I know exactly what I'm working with. Anyway, you get the gist, right? So I'm just going to glue them on when it's more dry, and then that'll be its own little belly band. Yay! Actually, while that dries, I'm going to do something else with you. I'm going to show you an idea I just had. I made another clipless paper clip. This is from Stacy's, either kit or one of her freebies. And again, I printed it twice because it hadn't printed out great the first time. But this part turned out nice. So I just put the same two together, and I like the way it looks on top of this tag. I think that's kind of cool. But you know, I want it to be a little bit more practical. So we're going to create a little journaling spot. I think I can just, I can just fold that in half. Fold that in half, and then we're gonna tuck it behind, and then clip it in place. And this actually, I mean, if you make sure the glue has been dried very well, of course, and you can really secure it pretty good. I mean, look, I'm not like yanking at it, but it's not gonna just fall out of place that easily, I don't think. I don't think. So yeah, and I just remembered I had found some other little pieces of paper that I wanted to use as pockets. I almost forgot. Let me show you. These are just embossed coffee stain paper that I've had sitting around, actually since my first retreat. Some of the ladies had brought their embosser and their cool, you know, embossing plates, and I thought, oh, this is so cool. So this is kind of like a wood grain. And then this is, looks like birch trees, kind of. I don't know if it's, oh, maybe it's more obvious this way. No, I think it's supposed to be this way. Yeah, something like that. But I thought, hey, I mean, simple, but I can just make pockets out of that. All right, my dears, let me show you what I did. Okay, so this, I really like how it turned out. The cozy flannel little scrap I had, I folded the edge over so that it would be, and I sewed it like this so that it wouldn't, I don't think it'll fray, but I don't know. It kind of almost doesn't look like I did it, but I did it anyway. And I love how this turned out. But I will tell you, sewing through a double cardstock was really tough. It was really hard on my poor little hands. So I don't think I'm going to do the other pocket like I was planning. But that's okay. That actually turns out to be, I think it'll be a good journal page just to leave it as is. I'll show you when I get there. So, oh yeah, and then I did, I used a little dangly. I made a little dangly here. Again, I'm trying to keep everything as flat as possible. So I pinned it so that the ball pin is flat. And then instead of using a jump ring, I made a little jump ring with the same thread that I used so that it all lays flat. There's nothing sticking up like that. So I really like that a lot as an opening page. Love it. Okay. Yes, then I put the birch embossed paper here as a pocket. Just stuck some of the cute little guys in there, and then I used that other flannel piece and just made a little placard for my cozy woodlands little saying there. And then this one I just stuffed some things. You saw that. You saw this. I'm really happy with this little guy here. Got journaling space on the back and on the little pieces as well. So yeah, so that's that one. I still don't know what to do with this. I'm starting to think I need to just leave some of the lighter pages, just leave them as journaling space. I mean, this is light enough where you could journal on this. And I just, nothing just came to me, so I don't want to force it. And I feel like having a few blank pages kind of lets it breathe. It's not so, tags, pockets, everything. So I think I'm fine with leaving that there. I did our little extra writing space and then just tucked it into this little belly band here. And then, yeah, I just tucked a couple more things into that little thing there. Same here. Oh, and I had said that I wasn't going to be putting any ribbons on the tags, but some of them just beg to have a ribbon. So I figured to make it flat, instead of doing, you know, like the typical way that you do a ribbon on a tag, I used this punch, which is a long slot instead of a hole. That way I can put ribbon through and have it flat, so I'm not tying it. There's not a big piece of bulk there. And then I secured it by stapling it with my tiny Tim Holtz stapler. Oh my gosh, my dogs are going crazy upstairs. I'm sorry if you if you have to hear that. And I usually like to just leave, I don't mind the tiny little cute little staple that, you know, is there afterwards. But for some reason, it didn't go at all with this, you know, rustic nature kind of thing, that shiny staple. So all I did was I just snipped another little piece of the ribbon and just glued it over the staple. On the back, I just left it, but on the front, I think that's actually pretty happy with how that disguised that pretty nice. And it looks kind of intriguing, I think. Okay, here's another one. I think I'm gonna leave blank for writing space, and there's a fruit fly that is haunting me Oh my goodness, it's not haunting me, it's stalking me. So I'm gonna leave this as writing space. And then with this belly band, I just put the little number on there with a little scruff there. I'm gonna tuck this little guy in. I might do a ribbon there too, we'll see. And then here, I just tuck this little guy in there. I'm gonna leave that with writing space. Put that there. And I'm not 100% sure on this yet, but I trimmed the postcard down just a little bit more so it's a little bit skinnier because it was sticking out way too much. And I'm still not 100% sure that that's going to stay there. After I bind it, I'll be able to see if it really works. Like I said, I usually love having things stick out on all edges. I'm just not sure it'll work on this, but I'm going to put it there for now, hopefully. And I liked how this, the dark green on this was a tag, if you remember. I just cut the top off and I made it into like a little tuck spot. I like the dark green with the purple. I think that's pretty clever, and a little acorn. And then I did these two little acorns 3D. Okay, I had to wait for my dogs to settle down. My husband just let them out after eating dinner, and they always go crazy, and it's really loud down here. I'm not sure if you could hear it, but it was really distracting me. So anyway, so that's that page. Oh yeah, and this one, I made this into another little corner tuck, put another tag in there, did the same thing with the ribbon, and I really like how this turned out. I might cut some of that extra scruff off, I don't know. Maybe glue it down a little bit more, but I really like that. And it really goes well with the back of the fox that I dyed on there. All right, and then a little tuck spot there, just threw some cards in there. You saw me do this one, or not this one, but I explained it to you. I think I'll leave this one blank. We'll have some breathing room here. I love these little guys. Popped them up a little bit. And then I'm just going to tuck that guy in the corner there. And this is obvious writing space there and there. I showed you this and this already. This is the one I was going to do the blue flannel, but you know, this is actually great writing space. It's very, very light. So I'm just going to leave it. I am. And the same with this. You can write up here if you don't want to write on the leaves. And then this one, just threw a couple of the cute little bird ephemera in there. On this, oh yeah, so this one, I cut, this is what, I cut it out of this extra one, a little circle, and I put the little number 4 on there, on this wood embossed coffee paper, and again, leaving him, I'd love to tuck him in all the way like this, but I can't because I'll cover up the holes. So I'm going to leave it like this, see if it bothers me. That's not bad, really. I could trim it a little bit, but I don't want to cut his tail off or his wings. So I may just leave it as that. This, I love how this turned out. Got the two little pockets here, and I did the same thing with this little guy. Made some extra, a little strip of extra writing space. And then, oh my goodness, that fruit fly is gonna have to go. Did you see that? It's so bold. It's been taunting me. And then I did just this little clip here like that. And, you know, I think maybe I'll put him in the back and then put this little guy in the front. Yeah, that feels better. And then I just did that, a little more scruff with my number 3. Oh, you know what? I wanted it to kind of be in order. That's number 4. So I guess we'll put 3 here. And then that works. And then the last page, I just love this. I didn't want to do much to it, so I just put the word forest, a little scruff there. And then this one, I did the tickets. I did end up gluing the bottoms of this down, so it's more of a pocket, because this was, it's just a little bit too loose. So whatever I was going to put in there was going to fall through. So I just glued the bottom of these. You can't really tell. And with this, what I did, I just took my leftover ATC cards, and I just put them on coffee dyed paper. And this again is great little journaling space, and just a little accordion fold. And I added my words, sweet, cuddly, and soft. Oh, so cute. Okay, so that's that. What do you think? What do you think? That was a lot of work. It took me all day, actually. It's now several hours after I last stopped the video. Whew. But look at that. I just love it when things peek out like that. I think it'll work with this binding, I think. But you'll see what I mean. That will be week 4, so don't miss it. Next week, we'll be working on the cover. I'm so excited about that. And that one that will be a fairly short video, I think. I'm hoping this one wasn't too long. I'm going to be doing a lot of editing, I'm sure. But I just want to thank you again so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to all the other collaborators and crafters that are in this collaboration. We're trying to grow our channels, and we would love your subscription. Please like, comment, do all the things. And I just really appreciate you, and I look forward to working on the cover with you next week. All right? Thank you so much, everyone. Have fun crafting.